Hey, Johnny Tiger here, folks, in the wilds of Northern Ontario, and I got my buddy Flip with me today. Hey, it's a beautiful day. Just look around us. Wow. And first thing that caught my eye today was some fungi. Hey, fungi.
He's a fun guy.
Yeah, he's a fun guy. Better than being a not so fun guy, right? Anyways, hope you join us on this adventure. We're going nowhere, and we're taking our time. Into the wilds, into the wilderness, whichever part of the world you may live in, always go in prepared, like a good Boy Scout. So we're going to talk about some of the equipment Flip and I like to bring when we go out on one of our adventures.
I think it's
rolling. Okay, Flip, can you describe this tool, this multi-tool you're bringing along?
Yes, I brought this specifically to cut your hair down because you keep complaining.
There'll no talking of haircuts today, folks. What's it for? What's it for, anyways? It's a hatchet of some sort, eh? I like the color. Blue.
It's Johnny Rotten Blue.
Johnny Rotten Blue, not Oxford Blue? Okay.
Yeah. And if we should encounter a bear, it may give some defense.
Okay,
but
good.
It also provides a way of getting through some the hard brush we're going to get through.
Awesome. Okay, so if we encounter a bear, you're running point on that one, right? Well, folks, I couldn't find my survival knife, but I found my survival spade, okay? Let's take a look at some of the goodies here. It's got a compass on top here, and I believe it still points sideways. Sideways, something like that, okay? Okay, this is no ordinary spade, folks. This is a survival spade. As you can see here, there's a saw blade on this side. So we got a saw blade here. So if I need to saw something, that's the side I'll use. I've got a nail puller here in the middle. So if I got to pull nails, right there. And this side here, closest to me, is the axe. So if I got to chop something, if we got to chop some wood, make a fire, we've got that. And if we got to dig, we got a spade. Okay, the compass is pointing sideways. So that away. North is towards the ground, right there. So that, as long as we remember that going in, we should be okay coming out. Always reverse your cardinal points when you're coming out.
And how much stuff can you fit in that, John?
Well, let me tell you a little bit more about the survival spade. Inside this secret compartment, the handle, we have a few little items. Let's take a look at what we've got in there. We have got a small kit of items that might come in handy in a survival situation. We've got some matches, 3 matches, one's kind of broken. No, they're all kind of broken. And we've got some fishing line.
Wow.
So, we got fishing line, and we have, I think, a nail. We have a nail in the bag. So, you know, we didn't really prepare today, but normally I like to bring some fish hooks as well. Okay, but we have fishing lines, so if we could run into
this morning.
Get a muffin, eh? We have fishing lines, so if we run into somebody that's lost, they might just happen to have hooks and no line. So, you know, teamwork. In a team situation, you'd be surprised what you could do. We have nails.
That guy.
Boom. But we have nails too, so if we have to nail together a shelter, we have 2 nails, which is, I guess, better than no nails. So we'll just put that back into our little secret compartment there and forget about it. Okay, I just put the survival spade back in its sheath, and if you're wondering why all the duct tape, it's because it was so sharp it cut through its own sheath. Not very good, is it? Okay, Phil, why don't you tell us a little bit more about your survival whistle?
Well, I bring this in case I run into a bear. I don't think a whistle will blow him off.
No, but sure let them know you're there if you didn't notice, eh?
Yes.
Very important. I noticed this whistle also has a compass on top. It seems to be working properly too, pointing in a northerly direction, which is very important. Because we're around noon. If you're looking, it's around noon right now. It's 12:31.
And the sun is that way.
Yeah, so the sun is pretty well in a southerly direction. My shadow is pointing pretty well close to north, and your compass is pointing in the same direction. So remember, folks, if you've got a watch, and you understand how the sun crosses the sky, at different times of the year that will help you and prevent you from getting lost in the woods. Hey Flip, why don't you demonstrate the whistle for us?
Okay, bear approaching.
Next, we're going to let Flip explain to you more about his thermometer.
Well, while it's in my pocket, it conveys the ambient temperature of my body.
So your body temperature was at what?
I don't know if you can get that, but
98.1. Good stuff. No fever. Okay, some other things in our kit. Mosquito head net, which we do not need at this time of the year. There are no bugs. Survival whistle with a compass that might actually work. No, it's pointing sideways. We've got the bear spray, expired bear spray, but as we know, bears don't read. Bear bells. Sound more like a billy goat, but it'll do. Water, brought lots of water. Rain poncho. And I've got myself an overnight heat blanket in case we get stuck overnight. Only one though. And some fire making materials in case we're stuck. I got my National Geographic survival knife. It's got a bottle opener. Who the heck ever uses a bottle opener anymore? But it's National Geographic. And
drinking Corona.
did I mention the bear bangers? I've never used these, so I don't know if they work. But in case we see a bear. And we've got some trail marker tape. Never go in the woods without trail marker tape, folks. So we're going to be breaking this up into tiny little pieces because this is all we have. So, you know, to err on the side of caution.
Okay.
Good stuff. Found more trail marker tape. An old church key from when I was a kid. And we've got some Flintstone. Flintstones. Eat the Flintstones. Two of them, so we can actually call them plural. Flintstones. In case we have to make a fire, but I'll just opt out for my lighter and matches. Okay, where are we going now, Flip? Supposedly we have to make a right at Camp Cuckoo. Cuckoo!
Yeah.
Okay, folks, we're presently at Camp Cuckoo, and now we'll be heading west in a westerly direction, down into this ravine down here. Move it out, buddy. Darn, I have to pee. There, that feels much better. Okay, folks, we are freaking lost. We went off the trail. We've been blazing our own trail. But you have to remember, when you're blazing a trail, blaze both sides of the tree. Be light with the blaze. And because on your way back, you won't see the blaze on the other side. You've got to make sure you blaze both sides. So we're heading in a westerly direction. And we've got about 7.5 hours of daylight. Oh, 6.5 hours of daylight. That should give us enough time to get out. Yeah. Remember, the objective today is absolutely nowhere, so we'll get there. Trust me. We always do. Check this out, folks. We've got ourselves a total cliff drop here. Wow! Unreal! Folks, check this out, man. It's a straight drop down. Wow. Hope this rock doesn't break off now. Wow, check this out. Beautiful Slipper Lake from Slipper Mountain. Check out. started off going nowhere, but we ended up going somewhere. This beautiful place on Slipper Lake. And there's a whole range of mountains and cliffs along the east side here, so we're going to explore a bit. Why don't you stick around? Okay, folks, we decided to take a different way out this time. We knew we had to head due east because we came in due west. So we're following blazes somebody made maybe a year or so ago, maybe 2 years ago. Both sides. And this trail is quite easy, actually, so we're going to probably come out on the main trail slightly north of where we went in. Interesting thing, folks, we were following somebody else's trail out, and it just happened to intersect with ours going in, which I thought was pretty cool. Hey, folks, good news. We made it back to the main trail. Wasn't too bad, and there's no bugs. It's just totally beautiful. Sunny, cool, not too hot. No biting insects. Just a couple northern dudes enjoying a beautiful day. Hope you guys enjoy it as much as we have. You enjoyed it, Flip?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Just what the doctor ordered.
Exactly. There's a little rating. Anyways, that's it for today's adventure. Hope you join us again sometime in the future. Tiger out.
Okay, Flip.